YouTube, what it do? It's your boy John Benzant, and I'm just trying to come at y'all with this video, man. I've been trying to come at y'all with this video for a minute, but I don't know. I was procrastinating on it for a little bit, and I was getting into my head too much, and I realized that I can't be doing this shit no more. You know what I mean? You can't be in your head, can't be procrastinating, because inaction, doubt, and indecision breeds fear. And then, once you're afraid, once you're afraid to do something, then fear is what cripples man. But anyways, let's get into it, right? So I'm just trying to come with this video with y'all with something I've been thinking about for a minute, for years and years on end, ever since I can remember, even since I was a little kid. And it's something that a lot of y'all probably think. A lot of y'all probably think this, but y'all just scared to come at your family with this. You're scared to open up to your family and say this. You're scared to open up to your friends because society's conditioned us in a way that to think that school is just the end all be all. Like if you were a 90s baby or 80s baby or whatever, then you probably have parents that grew up and as you grew up, they taught you that school was the number one thing. You gotta go to school, you gotta get through high school, graduate, you gotta go through college, get a nice degree, and then after you get your degree, then find a nice job and then live out your life. Right? That's what most of us were sold on. In my generation, at least. Especially if you were a black man. Especially if you're black. And now, I ain't shitting on nobody for going to school. School, to me, is a good thing. School is a good thing if you use it for good. And if you're able to look past all the bullshit and use school to be an asset towards you, not a liability. What do I mean by that? Like, for example, if you want to be a doctor or a nurse or something specific like that, and you know what your purpose is, and you have to go through school in order to reach your purpose, then absolutely go to school, do your thing, get your money. You feel me? But there's others in the world that, and I believe that this is the majority of people that go through school not knowing what they want to do, not knowing what their purpose is. And even if you do know what your purpose is, you still go through school and going on a path that doesn't align with your purpose in order just to satisfy people that don't know what's best for you. They want what's best for you, but there's a difference between wanting what's best for somebody and knowing what's best for somebody. Nobody knows what's best for you except for you. You feel me? Like, nobody knows what's best for you except for you. Nobody has access to your thoughts. Nobody knows what you're thinking. You feel me? You wake up every day. 1,000 thoughts go through your head every day. And in the back of your mind, your higher self talking to you, telling you what you should be doing. Telling you the things that you're doing aren't the right thing to do. Telling you what you should be doing, the path you should be walking on. But instead, you sitting here going through school, going through school. You in college with a bullshit ass major that you just took the major because you thought it was gonna be easy. You took the major because you think it's gonna make you some good money after school. You took the major because you didn't know what else to take up, so you took that up because you interested in that a little bit. That's the bullshit, bro. That's the bullshit. What I need to realize is the people that you grow up with, your loved ones, your family members, your teachers, your friends, even some of your friends, all these niggas, everybody has been basically indoctrinated. If you don't know what indoctrinated means, look it up. Do your Googles. You have been indoctrinated. You have been made to believe things. There's a difference between a truth and a fact. A fact is simply something that can be proven with evidence. But just because something can be proven with evidence doesn't necessarily mean that it's the truth. Because I bet you could accuse me of murdering somebody, and then there could be evidence at the crime scene that I was there and that I murdered them. There could be fingerprints and DNA. But does that mean that I murdered them? Just because there's evidence there? Hell the fuck no, it don't mean I murdered that nigga. Think about it, bro. But basically what I'm trying to tell y'all is we all have a higher self. You have your ego, which is the combination of everything that you've learned from the time you were born to right now, at this very moment that you're watching this video. It is a combination of everything you've absorbed, both consciously with your 5 senses and unconsciously. Consciously you read, listen, you hear, you touch, whatever. You do with your hands, whatever. Unconsciously while you're sleeping. Unconsciously, even when you're not even paying attention to something. You gotta think about it. Think about it. When you listening to some music, there's some music playing in the background. You unconsciously hearing it. You may not be paying attention to the music, but you hearing it. Think about it. Say if you worked a job, right? Say if you worked a job in retail somewhere, right? And they play that bullshit ass, whack ass music in the fucking store. You don't even be paying attention to this music because it's some bullshit ass music that you don't even listen to on your spare time. But somehow, after working there for a long time, somehow you end up knowing the lyrics to the motherfucking song. How is that? How is it that you know the lyrics to this song? You know how the fuck this song goes, but you don't even. But this ain't even music that you will listen to in your spare time. You never even think to listen to this because it's unconsciously, bro. You listening to it unconsciously. Your body's still hearing it just because you not consciously paying attention to the music or whatever doesn't mean that your body still can't hear it still. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what your ego is. Your ego is a combination of everything you've learned from the time you were born. Everything, not only what you've learned, but everything you've absorbed from the time you were born to now. Everything you've learned from the time you were born and absorbed to now is what makes you the person that you are today. That's why you notice that as the years go on, you tend to change in your beliefs. You tend to change in your habits. You tend to change in other ways and in different qualities about yourself. Why? Because you gain new information, new data. New data creates new belief systems in your mind. Because we're human creatures. What we believe, how you think and what you believe determines what your reality is. But yes, that's the ego. And then after the ego, there comes the subconscious. The subconscious is what I was talking is the unconscious mind. The ego is the conscious mind. The subconscious is the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind, which absorbs everything like a sponge. If you let it. You have to think about it like this. Think of your conscious mind as the barrier to your... Think about your ego as the barrier to your conscious mind. I mean, your ego is a barrier to your subconscious mind. You sitting here, say for example, you religious, you Catholic, which I'm Catholic. I'm a Roman Catholic. I was baptized as a kid. Went through confirmation, communion, everything. I was raised Roman Catholic. I was raised in the church. I went to church all my life. I went to Catholic school from the time I was in 6th grade up until my senior year of high school. I was raised to be religious. I was raised a Catholic. But now I'm 22 years old and I ain't religious. I'm spiritual. I don't condone, I don't follow no religion. If you follow religion, I'm not here to tell you what to believe in and what not to. If you follow religion or whatever, then that's you, bro. But I don't follow no religion just because of the fact that and many of you aren't prepared to hear this, but it's the truth. Like I said before earlier, talk about the difference between the truth and the fact. The truth of the matter is your religion is your belief that was given to you. You were made to believe your religion. You were made to believe in it. Think about it. Think about it, my nigga. Bro, you're born. If you Catholic, you're born. What do you do? What do your parents do? You born. You get baptized. Before you even know how to walk, these niggas already indoctrinating you into this religion, bro. These niggas already putting you into this religion, bro. Before you even have sense, before you even can walk on your 2 feet, you already being told what the fuck your life gonna be about in terms of your belief system. Your belief system is simply based on your family. It's based on the people around you. The things that you made to believe these things, and then you grow up. You grow up and you've been believing these things for so long that you look at it and you say this is the truth because I believe in it. And then you use faith. You say, oh, I have faith in this. And that's what keeps me here. My nigga. So you Catholic, right? For example, you Catholic, you got all this faith, you have all this faith in Catholicism. I ain't saying I believe in God. God is real. I believe so. Right? But you have all this faith that if you do well, you're gonna go to heaven. If you don't, you're gonna go to hell. So you telling me that a nigga across the world that's doing great for himself, but that nigga is a fucking Hindu? He's a different religion than you, because I know when you Catholic, they say that if you believe in false gods, if you believe in other gods or whatever, different religions, that means you're going to hell. So a nigga across the world that's Hindu or something, Buddhist, whatever the fuck, that nigga going to hell? You really think a nigga gonna go to hell just because he don't believe what you believe? Come on, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's just the saddest thing ever. And you go all your life, people be stressed and depressed in school. People be going through school hating themselves, going through school committing suicide. And that's just high school. And then after high school, you get through high school and your parents, your family, they pressure you and they force you into going to college. Even though you could want to be an artist, you could want to be a freaking I don't even know, you could want to be a singer, but they'll pressure you into going into college and go and getting through that and getting a degree that you don't even want, just because they believe that getting a degree is the end all be all. Getting a degree is what's gonna make it so that you're set in life. Nigga, if that was true, then why is it that people get these degrees and then they come out of school and they can't find a job? People get these degrees, they come out of school and they can't even sustain themselves. They stuck there. They stuck there They stuck there working jobs that have nothing to do with their degree, paying back these bum ass student loans that they took out to get a job out of after school. This shit makes no fucking sense. I'm just saying, man. Follow your purpose. Follow your gut. The superconscious is your friend. God is on your side. God is on your side. Napoleon Hill said there was a conscious mind, the unconscious mind, and the superconscious mind. The sixth sense, the thing that gives you your gut, your intuition, gives you hunches on ideas and whatnot. That's God right there. That's on your side. Stop eating this bullshit processed food. Start eating healthier. Start drinking more. Nigga, start drinking more water. Go to the gym. Get some sunlight. Do your thing. Stop bullshitting your life away. Stop living your life in the vision of other people and create your own vision. How the fuck you gonna be happy if you living for other people? How you gonna be happy if every move you make is for somebody else and not for yourself? Your higher self is looking at you screaming and crying because you're doing everything that's outside of yourself. You're doing everything that's not satisfying yourself. Your higher self is the best version of you. You already the best version of yourself, but your ego, your beliefs, it's holding you back. You letting other niggas get in the way of you becoming the best version of you just because you afraid of what they might think. You afraid of what they might do. You afraid to think for yourself. You afraid to open up a book and realize that a 9 to 5, you don't have to work a 9 to 5. You afraid to open up a book and look, and you afraid to open up a book and read something that'll shake your whole belief system because you have so much faith. Just because you have faith doesn't mean that you should be closed-minded. Just because you have faith doesn't mean you should be closed-minded. That's not the way to go. Faith in something doesn't mean be closed-minded. You don't close your mind off when you have faith. You have faith in something because you want to see it through. Because you believe that's the best thing for you. That's what's positive for you. I'm not saying don't have faith in religion, but you can't sit here and tell me that my man across the world that's dying from hunger, dying from sickness, but living a good life and ain't done shit is gonna go to hell just because he don't have the same religion as you. Now that's some bullshit. That's being closed-minded. And if you disagree, then you have your answer. You have your answer as to how you are, man. You proving me right. But that was just a little rant, man. I just want to get this message across that, long story short, you don't need school to survive, man. You've been lied to your whole life, bro. You don't need school to survive. You don't need to get a 9 to 5 just to live a good life.